Gametogenesis is the formation of sex cells in humans. So humans are diploid and produce what we call haploid gametes or sex cells. So the products of meiosis will always be gametes, and in humans, those gametes are haploid. Spermatogenesis is the production of sperm. So at the end of meiosis, you end up with 4 sperm cells. Oogenesis is the production of eggs. One of those 4 nuclei receive the majority of cytoplasm and develop into an oocyte, or eventually the egg cell. The other 3 wither away as polar bodies. The human life cycle with a sperm and egg, because of that reduction in chromosomes, they are set at combination at fertilization to get back to that chromosome number, the 46. So to put it in numerical terms, a sperm has 23 chromosomes, an egg has 23 chromosomes. At fertilization, they fuse and form a zygote that has 46 chromosomes. All growth after fertilization occurs as mitotic division or mitosis. So this image shows us that the only time a human exists or produces haploid cells are the sex cells, sperm and egg, or spermatocyte and oocyte. Spermatogenesis and oogenesis are more specifically, are just getting to the specifics of meiosis. And so in meiosis, in spermatogenesis, we have meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and the sperm mature. In oogenesis, we also have meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but only one large egg cell, oocyte, receives all the cytoplasm and goes on to become, to potentially be fertilized. In spermatogenesis, the spermatogonia are special stem cells that occur in the testes that provide primary spermatocytes. These primary spermatocytes undergo spermatogenesis, and so go through mitosis. They have 46 chromosomes. Meiosis 1 reduces the primary spermatocyte to a secondary spermatocyte with 23 chromosomes, and meiosis 2 yields 4 spermatids. They're not yet fully formed sperm, they're spermatids with 23 daughter chromosomes. After time, they mature in the epididymis. Those spermatids differentiate into what we call spermatozoa, or conversationally, we say sperm. So you can see here, we have the primary spermatocyte, which has 46 chromosomes, goes through a division and reduction process to get to that stage where they are considered haploid with only 23 sets of chromosomes, but the cell still has to mature. Oogenesis is the production of oocytes. In the ovary, you'll find stem cells called oogonia. Those oogonia can go through mitosis and form a primary oocyte with 46 chromosomes during fetal development. All primary oocytes, or almost all, are formed during fetal development. Oogenesis begins, so we go up to meiosis 1. The rest is halted until puberty. An oocyte may not go through meiosis 2 until fertilization. Meiosis 1 yields 2 haploid cells with 23 chromosomes. The secondary oocyte receives all the cytoplasm. The other 23 chromosomes end up in a polar body that may be absorbed or wither away. The secondary oocyte begins meiosis 2 but stops at metaphase 2. The secondary oocyte leaves the ovary during ovulation and enters the oviduct, where sperm may be present. If there is no fertilization, the oocyte just disintegrates and is shed during menstruation. Fertilization will trigger the rest of meiosis 2, and another polar body will form, and a zygote will also form from the combination of the chromosomes from the sperm and the chromosomes from the oocyte. After oogenesis and the entrance of sperm during fertilization, there's 1 egg and 2 or 3 polar bodies. We put Y on here for us to begin the conversation that those polar bodies are a place for those chromosomes to go. We still have to go through that reduction and division of meiosis to take those chromosomes and split them, and then to divide those sister chromatids. So here's a picture showing oogenesis. The primary oocyte goes through meiosis 1. We get a polar body and a secondary oocyte, which could be fertilized. And if it is fertilized, it continues through meiosis 2. Those chromosomes are put into a polar body. The 23 remaining fuse with the chromosomes from the sperm, and we form a zygote that's once again diploid with 46 chromosomes.